Speaking of following in famous father's footsteps, here's young Stephen Wallace. Trying to make the pass, and indeed is able to get by Ward Burton for the position on the racetrack. As we check in with Dave.
And there's a familiar voice in the ear of Stephen Wallace this weekend. It's Uncle Kenny. He's back, and he's on the radio trying to coach this young driver.
I just want to point out some things that I think can get us in trouble, because, you know, they definitely got me in trouble in the past. And that one thing is just that when everybody goes flying down into turn one, it's like, almost like entering turn one at Mexico City. Everybody just gets so slow entering the corner. So, you know, I'll remind you of that on the start of the race.
Now, one of the reasons why Kenny wanted to work on that at the beginning of this event was because Stephen had to start in the rear of the field. He spun that car in qualifying. They had to make some repairs to it. And when you repair a car after qualifying in the NASCAR Busch Series, it's a penalty. And your penalty is going to the back of the field.
We'll show you what happened in this qualifying. Just coming off of turn 2, and the car just snapped around, and he was lucky to keep it out of the wall.
Yeah, this was just coming out of the pits, and you ask how that can happen. You're trying to get up to speed and carry as much speed into turn 3 as you can, and you got cold tires and a racetrack that doesn't have any banking. So he's not the first one to do something like that, but he's done a good job so far of keeping his nose clean and working his way up through the pack.
And the fact that he has Kenny Wallace, his Uncle Kenny, up on the spotting stand. Kenny Wallace knows this racetrack. In fact, Andy Peter, he sat on 2 poles here driving your car for a couple of years.
Well, actually, it was the other Kenny that sat on the poles. For me, it was Kenny Schrader.
Kenny Schrader.
But we did have a great finish with Kenny Wallace up here one year, finishing second. But that's great advantage for Stephen Wallace to have somebody like that up there. But also, he knows Stephen Wallace. He's his nephew, so they know each other real well. So it's a great advantage to have him up there.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, Kenny Wallace is as good a race driver on these type of racetracks as anybody out here. He's taken equipment before that wasn't really capable probably of running up front. He sat on poles. He's run good in the races. So having someone like that to mentor you is very good. I mean, it's going to be great for Stephen as much as Kenny can be around. It's only going to progress him faster to becoming a really, really good race driver.
Remember, Stephen Wallace has never been here in a race car on this track until this weekend. Well, back in New Hampshire International Speedway, we are under caution for the second time, and that's the car that just spun. Young Stephen Wallace has looped his Dodge around, and you hear he's gotten it fired, jammed it back in gear, and now hustling back.
Don't get caught up. Everybody stay calm. We're fine. Everything is fine.
And the calming voice of his Uncle Kenny Wallace from the spotter's side. There is Kelly Byers. His Ford involved in this most recent incident. You see the damage on the right rear.
You see him racing hard down in the middle of 1 and 2. As we said, you have to really be careful here entering the corner, especially on the inside. Your car's already light, and then it gets a little bit more so, and you run out of racing room. And you can see Steve, you're trying to make the pass going down into the corner.
Just too aggressive right here. He goes in too hard, right underneath this 47 car, Kelly Byers. And, you know, I guess they're going to have to pull those reins just a little tighter on Stephen.
Okay, fired back up.
Kenny Wallace is going to have to tighten up a little bit on this young man and try to keep him a little more calm.
And now, isn't that what Kenny was just saying a moment ago about having him be very patient entering one because the car's back up a little bit?